Here is the explanation of how to do the inclined plane forces for the quiz. So this question, the whole quiz is actually only one question. And we know that when we're doing the forces, you have to draw the diagram, free body diagram. So that's what we're going to do right now. A 40-kilogram child is sliding down a banister. So we have this child, okay, is sliding down. Which makes an angle 30-degree with the floor at acceleration 2 meters per second. So what we have is gravitational force equal m times gravity. I will just assume the gravity is 10 meters per second square. Okay, so our mass is 40. So 40 kilogram times 10, and you get 400 Newton. And then remember, we have, when we draw the free body diagram, we have the normal force, okay, which is equivalent to the gravitational force, the y component. We also have the gravitational force x component, and then we also have the frictional force of the surface. Friction, okay, and then our net force, since we have acceleration which is 2, acceleration is Momo, get away. 2, our acceleration is 2 meter per second square. So net force equal m times a, which is 40 times 2 and 80 Newton. Remember, based on the free body diagram, our net force equal to, since it's sliding down, the whole direction is going down. So our FGX must be bigger than our frictional force. Okay? So our F net is FGX minus friction. And then since our up and down force are the same, so your normal force is equal to your FGY. Okay? All right. Now, let's answer this question. What is the component of his weight which is parallel to the banister? So, his weight is just 400 Newton. Oh, sorry. It's not 400 Newton. His weight, and then it needs to be parallel, okay, to the banister. The banister is the ramp. The one that's parallel to the banister is FGX. So, how we find FGX? We find FGX FGX. Remember, since the ramp is 30, so this angle will be 30 as well. So FGX is opposite. That'll be sine 30 times your hypotenuse, which is the total weight Fg, which is 400. You get sine 30 200. Okay, so component of the weight is 200 Newton. And then the weight that's perpendicular. Perpendicular is the FGY. Okay, FGY. So FGY is FGY is the cosine 30 degree times 400. So you put cosine 30 times 400, you get 346. Okay, 346 Newton. Well, the answer I have is when I use 9.81 as a gravity. Okay. All right. So what is the net force? Okay. Net force, we already find that net force is 80. Net force is 80. What is the frictional force? Frictional force, we know that F net is equal to Fgx minus friction. So friction is equal to Fgx minus net force. Fgx is 200 minus the net force, which is 80. So you get 120 Newton. Okay. The last one. The last one is what is the coefficient? Remember, the friction is equal to coefficient times normal force. So in order to find the coefficient, is friction divided by normal force. Our friction here is 120. And our normal force, remember, normal force is equivalent to Fgy. Fgy here is 346 Newton. Okay, so 120 divided by 346 is 0.347. Okay, if you get a number which is bigger than 1, that's probably wrong. It's definitely wrong. Okay, 0.347. So you can use this to study for your quiz tomorrow. And remember, your quiz is going to be same question, but different numbers. Okay?